Welcome to Hero Villains. Thank you for always watching and supporting the channel. Who do you think will win, Superman or Mr. Majestic? The confrontation of two icons of ultimate superpower. Superman is a symbol of hope and justice from DC Comics and is one of the most prominent characters in global popular culture. Originating from the planet Krypton, he possesses superhuman powers such as super strength, light speed, flight, super healing, heat rays from his eyes, and the ability to hear through space. However, what makes Superman is not only his ability, but also his kind heart, strong morality, and indomitable will. Mr. Majestic is a cosmic warrior from WildStorm, later merged into DC, a military discipline version of Superman. With a genius intellect, skillful fighting skills, and physical strength that is almost equal to or surpasses Superman in some versions, Majestic is a combination of force and strategy. And before we dive into the analysis, please click the subscribe button, please remember to turn on notifications, and click the bell icon. Thank you very much. Superman, originating from the planet Krypton, he possesses a series of abilities that are far beyond the limits. He has become almost divine in the eyes of his fellow humans on Earth. Notable abilities include superhuman strength to lift objects weighing millions of tons, the ability to fly at supersonic speeds, durability and invulnerability to most physical weapons, heat vision to incinerate targets, breath to freeze objects in an instant, X-ray vision to see through matter, superhuman hearing to hear sounds from miles away, and extremely fast healing. Superman is considered a near-divine being not only because of his strength, but also because of his ability to transcend the limits of the physical universe. A typical proof of this is when he broke the staff of the supreme power of the New God's High Father out of the Source Wall, a mystical entity that represents the boundary of the universe. The New 52 Superman flew 45 billion light years to Earth in 60 days. Only 60 days pass on Earth, so there is no time dilation. This has been calculated to require speeds of over 5 trillion times the speed of light. Superman's heat vision is one of the most destructive offensive abilities in his arsenal. The temperature emitted by his heat ray can exceed the surface temperature of the sun, which is around 6,000 degrees Kelvin. This means that Superman's heat vision is not only powerful enough to melt super hard metals or penetrate thick armor, but can also burn through the Earth's crust if he uses full force. It can also cause the planet's crust to melt or create strong tremors, leading to severe earthquakes along tectonic fault lines. If focused for a long enough time at one point, this heat ray can also create permanent cracks in the crust, affecting global tectonic stability. Freeze an entire planet into a ball of ice? Absolutely. He actually has a feat similar to what you were talking about. Perhaps if he pushed himself to the max, he could freeze the brain of a sun-eaten creature that was significantly larger than the sun. Superman's superhuman hearing is one of his sensory abilities. It allows him to pick up sounds from extremely long distances and analyze them with great precision. Specifically, in 1950, Superman was said to be able to hear the faint hum of a machine operating up to 1,500 miles away. This is far beyond the hearing range of any living being on Earth. He also demonstrated incredible auditory focusing skills. In 1953, while flying at high altitudes above Metropolis, Superman was able to pick out and accurately listen to a specific conversation taking place inside an apartment among millions of different sounds in the city. This not only requires extreme sensitivity, but also requires the ability to filter out noise, focusing on a single frequency or voice in a chaotic sound environment. Superman possesses the ability to regenerate and heal his body. He can heal himself from serious physical injuries at an incredible speed, even in seemingly fatal situations. A clear demonstration is in Wonder Woman 2:19. Superman fully recovered after Wonder Woman slashed his throat with her sharp crown, a weapon of divine proportions. He has also withstood and overcome the terrible gravity of a black hole, one of the most powerful natural forces in the universe. Not only that, he also pulled Brainiac into the black hole itself, resisting the singularity's gravity as if it were a breeze. He then even entered the singularity, where space-time is completely broken, and survived. In this singularity, the gravitational force can reach 1.6 trillion G, an unimaginable number for any physical being. Superman has also demonstrated the ability to break the limits of space-time. Once described as strong enough to compress and an entire planet without absorbing sunlight, his main source of energy. He has also swum through black holes. Superman has faced many dangerous enemies. Each of them has their own unique characteristics of intelligence, power, or opposing ideals. His main and oldest enemy is Lex Luthor, a scientific genius, billionaire, and brilliant strategist. Luthor does not possess supernatural powers, but with his superior intelligence, huge financial resources, and deep hatred for Superman, Superman also has to face enemies with superior physical and intellectual strength. Doomsday is a pure destructive being, famous for his ability to adapt and regenerate after each destruction, the one who killed Superman in the famous event, The Death of Superman. Brainiac, an alien entity with supermachine intelligence, specializes in collecting and destroying civilizations to serve his own purposes. Darkseid, a tyrannical god from the planet Apocalypse, one of the most powerful entities in the DC universe, with his ambition to control all life with the anti-life equation, he is not only a personal threat to Superman, but also a global threat to the entire multiverse. Please subscribe to the channel, it will help us a lot, and moreover, you will see great videos every day. You are the best, thank you very much. Mr. Majestic is one of the extremely powerful characters in the comic universe, possessing superior strength and abilities. He has almost all the same abilities as Superman. Both possess superhuman strength, superior speed, the ability to fly, and endurance far beyond human limits. Not only that, Majestic also has the ability to heal quickly and the ability to fight with strength equal to, or even surpass, the strongest opponents. However, the difference between Majestic and Superman is not only in physical strength, but also in how he uses these abilities. Majestic is described as a warrior with a cool spirit and a steadfast personality, which makes a difference in the way he deals with combat situations. Mr. Majestic also possesses an invisible power, that is leadership, the ability to influence allies and build strategies in complex situations. Mr. Majestic has almost no obvious weaknesses. His abilities include a range of cosmic level abilities, superhuman strength allowing him to easily lift or destroy giant objects, and even duel with the most powerful entities in comics. Majestic's super speed allows him to move, react, and attack so quickly that the naked eye cannot keep up. Invulnerability, making his body almost invulnerable to bullets, energy beams, or conventional physical impact. In addition, Majestic has the ability to fly freely, flexibly controlling the atmosphere and space. In particular, he can launch extremely powerful energy beams from both his eyes and fists, creating devastating attacks that can repel or destroy enemies in just one blow. Majestic possesses a genius level of intelligence, along with the ability to quickly handle tactics, absorb advanced scientific, technical, and technological knowledge. His super senses, from vision, hearing, to spatial sensors, are all enhanced to the maximum. He also has the ability to breathe ice breath, which can be used to slow or freeze opponents for a moment. Majestic is also considered to possess virtual immortality, meaning he has an extremely long lifespan, is immune to most diseases and aging, combined with the ability to recover quickly, helping his body heal serious injuries in a short time, even after fierce battles. Mr. Majestic's strength beyond the standards of a Superman. Mr. Majestic is also equipped with a number of special abilities that surpass even the son of Krypton. One of the most prominent differences is the ability to control objects with telekinesis and communicate via telepathy. These are two rare psychic skills that Superman does not possess, helping Majestic dominate in battles and mind games and control the battlefield. Mr. Majestic once defeated Captain Atom, one of the most powerful superheroes in the DC universe, who possesses atomic power and the ability to manipulate energy at the molecular level. Not stopping there, Superman himself once admitted that Majestic was more powerful than he was. Saying that Mr. Majestic is just strong is an understatement. In fact, he is the embodiment of pure strength combined with superior intelligence and mind control. A perfect super soldier, both an invincible protector and a natural strategist on the superhero battlefield. Actually, Mr. Majestic is pretty cool. He is based on Superman, as you can see, so he comes from a different planet, planet Kira, where he is a true warlord. Despite his immense power, he is actually a master swordsman and a veteran fighter. Instead of having the Boy Scout attitude of the hero he is based on, Mr. Majestic has a more militant attitude. He is colder, more ruthless, and much more domineering. But he is still a hero. Like Homelander and Omni-Man, Mr. Majestic is another hero based on the Man of Tomorrow. When his creator Jim Lee was asked why Mr. Majestic shares so many qualities with Superman, Mr. Majestic's main enemy is Hellspawn, a notorious villain from the alien race Daemon, with his superior intellect, psychic abilities, and ambition to dominate the entire universe. Hellspawn is not only a threat to Majestic, but also to the entire WildStorm universe. He is a symbol of cosmic hegemony, willing to use any means to achieve his ultimate goal. Mr. Majestic has also confronted other cosmic forces such as Noah, a powerful entity, often representing cold judgment and order, or Lord Imp, the founder of the superpower organization WildCS and a deeply influential figure in superhero politics and strategy. Please subscribe to the channel, it will help us a lot, and moreover, you will see great videos every day. You are the best. Thank you very much. When Majestic tried to fight Superman, he was able to land some blows actually, because Superman was still evaluating him. But once Superman determined Majestic's power, even if he tried to fight back, Superman could easily stop him, and if Spartan hadn't intervened in their fight, Superman would have had to take Majestic down. Although Mr. Majestic had complete mastery of his powers, because he was also older and more experienced than Superman, the fact is that Superman has not even begun to explore his powers until now. According to another Kal-El from another universe, where Kal fully accepted his Kryptonian nature, anything he could do, any other Kryptonian could do if they had the knowledge. And that Kryptonian has 14D awareness. He can choose the energy source to power him, he can transform into energy, and even has some mystical abilities as he can change the way his chakras work. And other characters, like Wraith, Jor-El, and even Lex Luthor, know that Superman could be much more powerful if he understood his powers better. While Mr. Majestic already knows everything about his powers, Superman is still starting to truly learn about his powers and what he can truly do. This ferocious opening strike forces Superman to immediately go on the defensive, showing surprise and heightened alertness that rarely happens to the son of Krypton. From the very first seconds, Superman realizes that Majestic is unlike anyone he has ever encountered before, a near mirror of himself but cold. Majestic sees Superman as a substandard version, carrying hesitation and humanity that he sees as weaknesses in combat. The fight takes place in space, where both unleash their full potential. Thermonuclear beams pierce through, punches at supersonic speeds tear the surrounding space apart. Mr. Majestic uses advanced technology weapons from the Cherubim race, devices that can penetrate the extremely durable defenses of the Kryptonians. Despite being cornered, Superman does not fall. Mr. Majestic prevails due to his brutal strategy and superiority in the science of war. And Majestic prevails due to fighting and almost godly abilities. I hope you enjoy this fight. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Follow me if you like. That's it for today's video. Thanks a lot.